Hey guys, Jackie here, coming to you from the beautiful sunshine on the east coast of the US. I'm reaching out to you guys today from a very vulnerable space, a space that I told myself that I would never allow myself to be in from a very young age. And that is a space of asking for help and asking for support. For many years of my life, ever since I was a child, I told myself that I would never allow myself to fall into that space, and I've lived in that mindset of fear and scarcity for way too long. And I'm finally stepping out of that mindset and stepping into the love and the abundance of all that is, and support and family and connection and trust and flow. And I'm asking for your help today to help fund my journey into the Amazon to help me heal myself. A little over 5 years ago, I started feeling a struggle in my body. I started feeling very sick, very ill, and I was going to the doctor's office and to the emergency room and to the hospital almost on a weekly basis. And they couldn't figure out what was wrong. They couldn't figure out what was going on. I was tested for everything. I was even tested for autoimmune diseases and for organ functions. I had radiation pumped into my body. I had nuclear fluids and liquids pumped into my veins, and I was scanned under special machines, and they could never find an answer to what was going on. So what they did was they prescribed medications and drugs and chemicals to try and soothe these symptoms, because they couldn't help me diagnose the root cause. And I was taking all sorts of medications, and all sorts of chemicals were pumping and coursing through my body, and it did not help me at all. In fact, it made me sicker, and I felt worse and worse and worse. About 2.5 years ago, I ended up in the Amazon jungle, and I discovered the world of plant medicine. And through working with plant medicine, I started to heal. And I started to heal on levels which I was never even aware of: emotional, energetic, spiritual, and even physical. And when I returned home from that first journey into the Amazon, I had realized that the life that I was living was no longer serving me. I was no longer meant to be living in a corporate 9-to-5 where I would end up, sitting behind the desk for 12 to 14, even sometimes 16 hours out of the day. And I was getting predominantly sicker because of that. I wasn't moving my body, I wasn't in nature, and I also realized that, sitting behind a desk, it wasn't my calling in life, it wasn't my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to be of service to humanity, and to be of service to myself. So upon realizing this, I was so grateful, and I was so happy in heart for all the emotional layers of trauma that I discovered and I'd started healing, that I just wanted to give back. And so I quit my job, and my son and I moved to the States, and I started traveling the world. I started traveling the world to be in service to humanity. I spent a lot of my time volunteering at retreat centers, where I would sit with people while they were going through their healing. I would help guide them. I would hold space for them. I would hold their hand, while they were, throwing up or feeling sick. And at the same time, I was also doing work on myself. However, I found myself falling out of balance, and I was still spending more time helping others heal instead of focusing on my own healing. And while I still continue to heal, and I've been living happy in my heart ever since, aspects of my physical body have really been screaming for my attention. I finally have a couple Western world diagnoses as to what's going on with me. Some of the ailments that I had before when I first started this journey, I no longer have, and they've cleared up, and I am living pain-free in my stomach and my gut. However, it's become, as the layers and all this healing has occurred, and the layers have been stripping away, deeper awareness of my body has come to me, and I've identified that I am and have been suffering, actually suffering, with adrenal fatigue syndrome. And my liver, unfortunately, is not working anywhere near its optimal function. And a lot of what this awareness has brought to me is that I am not giving myself and allowing myself the time and the space and the energy that's needed so that I can deeply heal and love and honor myself. And by not doing that, I'm taking away from the healing and the space and the energy that I can help give to others while they step forward and move deeper into their healing and growth journey. I've really connected deeply with Mother Nature's medicine cabinet, with the plant world, and I've seen and experienced remarkable healing in all different aspects through working with plants. And on my last journey in the jungle in Peru this year, while I was volunteering, I took a week for myself, and I went deeper into the jungle, and I started connecting deeper with the plant medicines there and learning about them, and really started to see and feel the connection with how beautiful these plants work with us and how they're waiting to help us. And I met an incredible healing family, a shaman family there, who has opened their arms to me to help me heal. They are holding the space, and they are waiting for me to come down and move into what is called a plant dieta, which is where I diet with specific plants and no other plants or foods, in order to allow my body to receive and heal from the energy and the nutrients of these plants. Now, in order to do this, I need to be able to buy airline tickets. I need to be able to provide the family, with compensation for all the energy and the time and the space that they're giving to me and they're dedicating to me. I also need to make sure that things on the stateside with my son and my expenses are covered. 2.5 years ago, when I left my job back home and I started being in service and giving back to humanity, I decided not to take up a 9-to-5 job in order to allow myself the space to meet with people and to help people and guide people. And since I've done that, I haven't asked for money. I've had a few donations come in here and there. They're not, things that I look for. When I hold space with people, when I help guide people, or when I do energy work with people, it's there from the core of my being, from my heart. I live deeply in my truth when I'm doing that, and it brings me so much joy and passion. But unfortunately, all my savings and pension that I cashed out has dried up, and the donations that I received in the past have also dried up as well. And so I need help. I haven't asked for help like this before, and I'm asking for it now. I do not feel connected or drawn to working with Western world medicine anymore. I do not want to go to a hospital and be pumped full of chemicals and drugs, only to become worse and to not, heal or build this beautiful connection that we have with plants. So I'm listing below in the GoFundMe exactly what it is that and where it is that I'm asking for support. And the healing is just part of it. The adrenal fatigue syndrome and the liver, they're only two small aspects. Well, they're pretty big, but they're only two aspects of some of the physical healing where I need help. I also got into a cycling accident a few weeks ago, and I was hurt, pretty bad. Fortunate where I didn't end up in an ER, but through the healing of that, I've recognized that my hips and my pelvis, my wrists, my spine, my knees, even my ankles and my feet, they're all out of alignment, and they're all in need of therapy and healing as well. And it's also brought to light some other areas in my being that need healing. It's like through the shifts and the movements of my body, it's opened up other layers of healing where I need to bring my love and my awareness and my attention to as well. So the physical healing is the most important and the first place, and where I'm asking for financial support and contributions to be able to get down to the jungle, to work with the healers and the curanderos there, and to step into this healing and give myself this space. and to also help me pay my bills and support my son while I'm overseas. But another aspect of where I'm asking for support and help is so that I can continue to expand and grow the healing services that I can provide and offer. Presently, I work with energy healing, I work with Reiki, I work with some plant medicines and facilitating ceremonies. I work with intuitive guidance and holding space, to name a few. But there are other healing modalities where Spirit is calling for me to step and embrace so that I can bridge those healing modalities to our beautiful collective. Healing modalities such as Kambo. It's a beautiful medicine that just really helps us purify and detoxify and clear and heal our body from so many things, from disease to heavy metals and toxins. There are other modalities that are where I've started training, but I need to follow through, such as hypnosis, yoga therapy, and learning more about our beautiful planet and helping our planet and bridging how beautiful the medicines that Mother Nature provides to us are. There's so many people in the world that are unaware of plant medicines. These beautiful plants are here, they're waiting for us to embrace them and step into them. And I've been asked to become a bridge, to become a conduit of bridging the information of this medicine to our beautiful collective, so that you all can go down and start working with, Mother Nature's healers, the plants, who are just waiting to love us and help us. And then there's also a couple charities and not-for-profits foundations that I'm intending to start, to one, be able to help other people who are in financial duress or don't have the financial means to actually go and move through these healings, or to learn. There are a lot of people who are feeling called to healing modalities, or feeling called to learn more about things to help empower themselves and help empower and better humanity, and they don't move forward with it because they're held back by finances. No one should be held back by finances. Healing and helping people heal, it's not a privilege, it's a right that we all have and that we were all birthed into this existence with. And there's so many projects which I need the time to be able to expand on further as well. I'm not meant to be sitting in front of a desk. I'm meant to be out in the world helping humanity, helping people, helping myself, helping all of you. And another aspect of this is helping to expand and create community where people can come, they can connect with themselves, connect with their healing, step into and become consciously aware of their truth, their actual truth, and not the truths that society around us have been telling us are the rules for us to live by. There are a lot of projects, there are a lot of ways that I've been shown and that I'm being called to help and share and become the bridge, and allowing the time for this, to be able to dedicate my time to this instead of dedicating my time to sitting behind a desk. It's such a beautiful gift, and that's another space and another way where I'm asking for help and support. So I'm sitting here in front of you today doing something that I never thought that I would do, asking for help in such a big way, asking for you to help me heal myself so that I can help all of you step into your own healing as well. I'm putting some more information and details in the GoFundMe down below. If you guys have any questions at any time, please, feel free to reach out. Money is energy. I used to have, such a terrible perception on money, and I thought money was evil and it was terrible, and I was determined to go off into this world and not need money or have to rely on money. And I've been doing that, and but I've come to realize that money is a tool. Money is energy. We have to respect it as such, and not feel that money is the vein or all of existence, but it is a tool that is there to help us. And when we treat it as a tool instead of abusing it, money can make a very big difference. And so I'm asking for your help, and I am grateful. And I don't have a fancy gimmick to give back. I have gratitude, I have love, I have appreciation, I have, some of my healing sessions that I can offer upon my return from my healing. I'd love to sit with you, hold space, offer a healing session if needed. And I have my thanks. I am so grateful to you all. I love you all so incredibly much. So feel free to shoot me a message, send me an email, anything you need, I'm here. And I'm grateful for you being there for me as well. Namaste.